so we'll catch up on everything you may have missed while eating some turkey. Starting with the Big Three in Philly, who played their first game together last night. Let's take a look. You got Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Johnson. They'll be the stars, you'll see. Embiid is back. But this one, on the steal here, Alexander Walker finds Jalen Johnson for the slam. This looks familiar. Kind of trying to recreate the D-Wade LeBron
Everyone's trying to do that.
Yeah. It is a thing now, all of a sudden, everyone's trying to do. So you know you're getting old if you're D-Wade and LeBron. Jump into the fourth, Sixers force a turnover here. Paul George, then outlets to Maxey. He gets the hoop in the arm. Later in the fourth, Maxey on the drive. He finishes and one. Maxey keeping Philly in this one. 12 seconds to go. Philly down 3. Dominic Barlow misses the free throw. Paul George gets the offensive rebound, kicks it to Maxey. 3-ball. Bang. Maxey ties it. Third career tying go-ahead field goal in the final 10 seconds of the fourth quarter overtime for Maxey. So we're headed to OT. Just over a minute to go here now in the overtime period. Tyrese Maxey going back to work. Drives, spins, float game is good. Rattles home.
Long arms he's shooting over there.
Yep, takes the lead. Maxey had 44 on the night. 5 seconds left in OT. Johnson on the drive, gets the foul.
Better get used to this guy right here.
He's going to tie it at the free throw line. Nails both. We go to double OT. Hawks down 1. Nickeil Alexander-Walker catches it. Pump fake. Then knocks down the 3. Alexander Walker with 34 in this one.
Worth every penny.
Can we just call him Nah at this point?
I like Nah.
Now Johnson catches it at the top. He knocks down the 3. Hawks go up 3. Later in the fourth, Hawks trying to close it out. Johnson in the corner.
Somebody guard him.
Gets it to fall.
Run out on him. My
Johnson
goodness.
finishes with 41 and 14. Here's Joel Embiid after the game.
I think history has shown that I would do anything just to play one game of basketball. So, you know, I do feel bad. Obviously, the minutes that he has to play, the load that he has to handle. I've been there. You know, I know how it feels. But, you just gotta, trust, have your trust in, what you're doing and in God, and, be okay with the fact that whatever happens, happens.
All right, we welcome in a trio of senior writers and reporters that I'm surrounded by here. Of course, Ramona Shelburne, the Hall of Famer Mark Spears, and of course, Tim McMahon. I'm George Sedano in for Malika Andrews today. So, Ramona, this is the first time we've seen Embiid, Paul George, Maxey, and this whole group play together. What's the feeling around this team right now?
Well, I think the feeling is that this is Tyrese Maxey's team. And over the summer, it started to turn that page because people just frankly didn't know when Paul George and Joel Embiid would be able to play, and when they did play, what they would be able to give them. And so the Sixers had to pivot, and it turns out Tyrese Maxey is really good, and he is the franchise now. And if Joel Embiid and Paul George can see this as an opportunity for them to manage their minutes, for them to manage the load on their bodies, for them to be healthy in the playoffs when they want to be healthy, and not necessarily a challenge to overcome the reframing of this in their minds. Paul George is a max player. Joel Embiid, max player. He was the franchise. He's still there, and he's still really good, but he has to see this as an opportunity and not a challenge to work through.
And I think it's pretty clear that Paul George has gotten there. You heard him yesterday basically say, hey, when I'm out there, I'm playing for Maxey. He's our guy. Said, he's inspired by him. Philly was never Paul George's city. It was never his franchise. Joel Embiid is the one who, a recent MVP, and everything in Philly has revolved around him for years. That's no longer the case. This is Tyrese Maxey's team, and Joel Embiid, max contract MVP and all that, is now a complimentary player.
Can we put some respect on the Hawks' name? I mean, like, we talking about the Sixers. Why aren't we talking about the winners?
Well, because we're talking about egos. That's the thing.
Okay,
that's what we're talking about. But you are absolutely right. We should be talking about the Hawks. Jalen Johnson, he's the guy. We want to talk about guys on a team. He's the guy.
He's the MVP of the Eastern Conference right now.
Wow.
Wow. Giannis might have something to say there.
Kate Cunningham would like a word
I would agree.
There's no Trae Young. And he's the only person in the Eastern Conference and only second person in the league next to Joker to average over 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists right now. Nas, you mentioned, is averaging a career high 20.1. This team is playing fast. They got ball movement.
Length.
They're 13 wins this month, or in November, with 11 seasons. And also they had 13 wins through 21 games, and 10 wins in November is the most in 11 years as well. So, hey, man, they're balling without Trey, and curious to see what happens when Trey comes back.
We all made this mistake, okay? We all said, the East is going to stink. Who cares? Whatever. It's all about the West. The East is good. Can we at least agree on that?
The top of the West is much stronger. The East is much deeper. And there are teams in the West we thought were going to be good. Clippers, Grizzlies, Mavericks.
Put some
that
respect
aren't.
on Jalen Johnson's name now.
No, he is an ascending star, ascending superstar.
No doubt.
No question.
All right, since we're here in L.A., let's talk about the Western Conference. Let's check in on the Lakers weekend that started Friday night, hosting a familiar face across the street. Lakers, Mavs, AD back in the house, having some fun before the tip. There's Luka. We'll start with Luka on the drive. Finds a cutting LeBron for the hoop.
Reverse?
He's a lob threat still at 8.
Gotta be the first 40-year-old to catch a reverse alley.
Later in the first, Doncic with some fakes hits the three over Clay.
That is just not nice. Klay Thompson's 30. Don't do him like that.
There you go.
Hit him on the back.
Megan there, too.
Hit him on the backside. There we go. AD driving down the lane for the slam. Later in the second, Davis. The putback on the offensive rebound. He finished with 12 points in this one.
He looked really good, but just didn't play a lot of minutes.
Here's Austin Reaves getting into the act.
I mean,
Wow.
come on. He's being rude to Klay, too.
That might have been a hook.
Under 5 to play. Lakers up 6. Gabe Vincent tosses inside to Ayton for the finish.
Man, the Lakers going to full run have 3 All-Stars in the Clippers arena.
Ayton finished with 17. Lakers get that win. Then on Sunday, the Lakers are back home against the Pels. No LeBron. Luka will start this off.
Nice hat.
Little mid-range contested jumper.
The Pelicans are, it's hard. It's hard to watch these guys. I'm not going to lie.
It's not hard to watch Luka hit that three. Having some fun with DeAndre Jordan on the bench after that one. In the second, Austin Reaves from the logo.
Come on.
That's when you know the confidence is flowing. Just pull up from the logo.
Later in the quarter, Reaves gets inside, goes high off the window. Reaves finished with 33 in this one.
Some English.
The second round pick, huh?
And then in the third, Luka hits a step back and one. Doncic finished with 34 points, 12 boards, 7 assists as the Lakers get another win. Luka and Austin Reaves have been on a tear. They're just the second starting backcourt since starters were first tracked back in 1970-71 to score 30-plus points in 3 straight games, along with, get this, Gail Goodrich and Jerry West back in 1972. So, Tim, the Lakers have now won 7 straight. What's been the key here for that?
I mean, Austin Reaves is playing at an all-NBA level, and it's not just right now. Like, they got to get him signed, and, hey, that might be a Supermax conversation the way that he's rolling. But Luka has a long-term co-star in place. This is a duo that they can build around for years to come. And we saw Luka and Kyrie, how that clicked. They went to the finals. He's got that same kind of chemistry with this guy, Austin Reaves, who is absolutely a bona fide star.
Mark, what about DeAndre Ayton's contributions thus far?
You know, at the beginning of the season, I was in this bus by myself.
You still are to me. I'm still not there yet. I'm not riding with you just
Hey,
yet.
man, 16 points a game. He's second in NBA in field goal percentage at 71. 8.6 rebounds, dropped 22 and 12 on New Orleans and 4 blocks. He's been great for this team. He's back in a winning situation. I think LeBron and the Lukas and being in L.A. And, you know, Ramona will mention the contract. Sure, that's motivation. But he's playing great basketball for a team that he has to play great basketball for.
There was a real debate amongst the Lakers in their front office this summer of Brook Lopez or DeAndre Ayton. And for a while, it was going to be Brook Lopez because DeAndre Ayton wasn't available yet. There's a late buyout that he did in Portland, and then there was a spirited debate. But they were the clubhouse leaders for Brook Lopez. He didn't like the instability that was going on with LeBron James. He wasn't quite sure on his role. And then the Lakers pivoted onto DeAndre Ayton when Brook Lopez signed with the Clippers. Think about how different this team would be without DeAndre Ayton, without that lob threat. And Brook Lopez obviously hadn't had that great of a year for the Clippers. No one has for the Clippers. They're 5-15. But, you know, I think he's done a lot more than I would have thought at the beginning of the year. You're right. You were in the bus alone. And I think he has looked around and going, wow, if I just catch lobs from Luka Doncic. He's back in a winning situation. He can really thrive in this spot. I will say they're 11-1 against teams with under 500 records. So this winning streak, they get credit for that, but they are
schedule is what it is,
teams.
but it has not been the tougher part of their schedule just yet. We'll see that in the second half of the season. So we'll see. But speaking of the Lakers, let's welcome in senior reporter who covers the Lakers for us, Dave McMiniman. So, Dave, LeBron missed last night's game against the Pels with a left foot injury, management they'll call it. What is the status for tonight's game as they host the Suns?
Yeah, George, we'll get the official status at 1 p.m. Pacific, but all indications out of last night is that LeBron will be available tonight to play against the Phoenix Suns. And this is the start of a tougher stretch for the Lakers. 5 straight opponents with an above 500 record. And so having LeBron in the mix will be important. I talked to J.J. Redick last night about the back-to-back scenario and why LeBron wasn't available. Would this be the status going forward? With the 10 remaining back-to-backs after Sunday, Monday, would this also be the case? And JJ said no. Both the coaching staff and LeBron have hope that LeBron will be able to be available in back-to-backs moving forward. Just they need to ramp him up there because they look at the last week or so basically as LeBron's training camp because he missed all of the real training camp and the first 14 games with sciatica injury. In the meantime, you have Luka and Austin Reaves just dominating offensively. And I talked to Austin after the game, and I was looking at his game log as the game was going on because the Lakers were up by like 25 most of the night against the Pelicans. And I was like, you haven't had a bad game all year. And he said, you know what? I'm not, it wasn't false modesty, but he's like, I really think I've only had about 5 good games. So if thus far is only Austin Reaves only having 5 good games, if he starts putting together good games by his judgment, he could get to another level as the season goes on.
Well, it's funny, Dave. I did the game against Minnesota where he hit the game winner, and I asked him, and he said, well, I did miss 14 shots. So to your point, he's certainly keeping score on how efficient he is out there. Dave, thanks for the time as always, man. Appreciate it. All right, coming up, did the Knicks just send a statement last night? Tell you what they found, which may be a key for them to win the entire conference. And we have the very latest on the WNBA-CBA negotiations and what it means for the players, fans, and the league as a whole. And finally, the Warriors will be without Steph Curry. Towns hosted the Raptors. These courts, too, by the way. Midway through the first, Josh Hart finds Jalen Brunson on the step back for 3. Under 2 minutes left, Brunson goes to work from the elbow.
He'd like his name in the East MVP combo, Spears.
Early in the third, Brunson finds Cat on the drive.
There's room.
Missed too many games.
He gets the layup in the foul. Towns surrounded by red jerseys on that one. Start of the fourth, Tyler Kolek. Hey, he finds Cat on the alley-oop. 22 and 8 for Cat. Knicks go on to win 116-94. Keeping the ball rolling across the country, going coast to coast, starting with Kevin Durant making his return against the Jazz. KD dropped 25 as Houston got the win and improved to 13 and 2 in their last 15 games. Mark, what's been the key to the Rockets' success?
I've seen them play twice in the last 2 weeks, once at Cleveland, once at Golden State. Their camaraderie is just great. You got 2 big-time scorers, a man's the do-it-all guy, and then Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd, he had, 30,
big 31
game at Golden State.
Yeah.
Breakthrough game. 2 games over 25 in the last 4 games. Keep an eye on him, man. The Hawks are rising.
All right, next up.
Hornets. No, Rockets.
One of those teams.
One of those squads.
Cooper Flag, speaking of rising, had a career weekend here in L.A.
Not the Hornets.
11 assists on Friday against the Lakers, the most by an 18-year-old. And then Saturday, Flag passed LeBron James to become the youngest to score 35 in a game. Tim, is Cooper starting to hit his stride?
I mean, wait until this guy starts knocking down jump shots, which maybe that happens this season, maybe not. But look, the idea earlier this season that 18-year-old Cooper Flag had been some sort of disappointment is ridiculous. The only guy who's put up numbers like this at 18 is a dude named LeBron James, who ended up having a pretty good career. This guy is a superstar in the making.
Last I checked, he's still doing some stuff. So anyway, and then there's SGA, the MVP, and the Thunder continue their dismantling of the league at the moment. He scored 20-plus points in his 93rd straight game as the Thunder improved to 20-1 this season. Ramona, they also got J-Dub back this weekend. Who's realistically beating this team?
No one. They're really good. Like, J-Dub came back, and he's an all-star, all-NBA player, and his post-game quote is, my plan was just to pass the ball to the guys who've been doing this, and he had 8 assists and 1 turnover. This man is an all-star and all-NBA at 21-5-5 last year, and he's coming back, and they're still already 20-1. Gosh.
And finally, the Warriors will be without Steph Curry for around a week with a quad contusion. He took a charge against Amen Thompson. Curry left in the final minute of the 104-100 home loss to the Rockets, where Reed Shepherd had 30-plus points. That was last Wednesday night. Luckily, it seems to be the case that they've avoided serious injury here. Here's Steve Kerr on life without Curry.
I think in some ways it's a good opportunity for us to kind of forge an identity. We were pretty good without Steph last year for the most part. We hung in there and scored well enough to win games. But this year, obviously, we're not playing as well offensively with him or without him, but especially without him. We got to play fast. We've got to get stops. We've got to play off our defense. With Steph out, you're almost forced to give guys more opportunity, look at different combinations, be more aggressive, try more things. So we'll see how all that goes, but that's the plan.
The Warriors' offense has really struggled in 5 games without Curry this season. Their points per game and three-point field goal percentage in those games will both be worst in the NBA. Mark, what's the very latest here on Steph's injury?
Yeah, it's not good. He's going to get reevaluated on Thursday. He's not doing any on-the-court work. He's just getting rehab. Definitely not good. But, hey, there is some good news. His brother is signed today.
Seth, yes.
Seth Curry, he signed. He's going to be in practice. And they need some three-point shooting. Seth can do that. He led the league in three-point shooting last year at about 45% clip. So it ain't just getting his brother signed. His brother can shoot the ball a little bit.
I like that he's number 31. Is Steph number 30? I like that.
Festus Ezeli's mad.
Oh.
Okay. He's not getting retired.
So, Ramona, who needs to step up in Curry's absence?
The obvious answer is Jimmy Butler, but I think there's some question as to where he's at right now. He was sore after the game. We don't have an update on whether he's going to be available on Tuesday. So maybe that guy who had the long holdout and free agency drama this summer, Jonathan Kuminga? I mean, it's obviously very talented. I would say if Jimmy can't be the guy, then it should be Kuminga because he has the most offensive talent, and that's what they're paying him $24 million to do.
Hey, Brandon Podjemski believes he's an all-star type of player.
I've heard him say that.
This is a pretty good opportunity for him to prove it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I like Pods, too, and I think Pods probably does feel that way.
Yeah.
Any good
player.
player.
He says it.
Oh, you don't have to think.
Right, any good player is going to believe he's capable of doing that, but I think on this team you have to play a role, right? If you're
when Steph's on the floor, which he's not, so Pods.
Go at it.
Here you go.
Have at it. And he turns 31 years old on Saturday. Let's see how it all went down. Giannis the Bucks taking on the Nets Saturday night. Giannis picks up the steal, throws it down on the other end.
They needed this win bad.
Later in the first, Giannis leads the break, draws the foul, finishes at the rim. Then Kevin Porter Jr. lobs it up for Giannis.
For them to get him back recently.
Giannis had 18 at the half. Third quarter, Bucks up 23. Giannis with the finish over Clowney.
Hey, he's just a bully. Look at this.
I know.
He had
3 guys on him.
12 of 15 from the field for Giannis.
Jeez.
Later in the third, Giannis, a 3 here.
And
passes 21,000 career points.
Yeah.
Rollins is ball.
And then one more slam to finish it off. Bucks snapped their 7-game losing streak, 116-99 over the Nets. Giannis Antetokounmpo became the 6th youngest player in NBA history to eclipse 21,000 career points. Only LeBron James, Will Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, and Michael Jordan were younger. I think we were all inundated with Cyber Monday deals this morning.
Gosh.
So because of the holiday
Friday
shopping season upon us, let's play a little buy or sell here.
70% off today.
Let's stick with Giannis for a moment. Check out what he said about hitting 21,000 points.
I think when we are going to be 35 years old and sitting this year, we're going to have a discussion of how I am in the top list of all time in scoring, and I would have tagged that into existence. And not just tag it into existence because I believe that I'm going to do it. It's something that I want to do. But hey, again, that's too far away. 4 or 5 years from now, I might have 4 other kids.
Well, Giannis's 5-year plan is pretty ambitious, let's say. If LeBron retired today, Giannis would need to average just under 55 points per game through the 29-30 season.
Let's go, Will.
Wait. And that's assuming he doesn't miss a single game over that span.
Okay.
He could do it.
For now, Giannis is 42nd on the all-time scoring list. Tim, you buying or selling? Giannis could be the all-time scoring leader.
I'm going to buy Giannis a calculator so he can do that. Because clearly he did not have one before he put that out there. Now, I'll put this, though. I will buy that he can become the all-time leading European scorer.
Okay.
Which that's a hell of an accomplishment, too.
Right.
Look at it. Dirk, 31,560, so he's got 10,000 and
Dirk
change
gonna
to
call
go.
you.
I do think that Giannis can catch Dirk. LeBron, come on now.
I mean, how much longer does he want to play? Is he going to play 4 or 5 more years? Or is he going to play till he's 55, which is what he said at the beginning of that?
Right.
I believe that he thinks he can fly. I believe that he thinks he can do this. I believe that he thinks he can speak anything into existence. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Not sure he can actually do it.
And, I mean, woo, that's Wilt numbers, baby. That's ambitious. But, hey, man, you got to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on. We'll see if Giannis does it or not. We'll all be here to check it out, I'm sure. Anthony Edwards, though, has put up 30 or more in 5 straight games. He holds the Wolves' record for most 30-point games in just his 6th season, by the way. Mark, buy or sell, someday we'll call Ant the best player in franchise history.
Anything is possible.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm gonna do. It's a risky buy, but I'm gonna buy the stock. But I'm gonna hold on to this
Isn't
stock
that
for
risky?
a long time.
It's not that risky.
He's pretty young.
Listen.
Yeah, but KG
You just
is the
don't want him mad at
all-time
you.
leader in points, blocks, steals, everything.
Listen, man, KG's not going to talk about you on his
Popcorn
podcast. Don't worry about it. Just say what you feel with your chest.
I said I'm gonna buy the stock.
Okay.
You know what he's not the
But it's
all-time
gonna take
leader
a
in?
long time.
Conference finals appearance for that franchise.
That's
right.
And took him there
But until he
twice
gets him to the
already.
finals, I mean, that sounds good. You got to
Okay.
get him to the finals.
Did
I get
KG
it.
get him to the finals?
Did he get MVP?
Okay, well, that's
KG got MVP.
He's like 25.
I said
years
I'm
old.
buying the stock. Why y'all on me?
Okay.
I just said I'm gonna hold on to
Because
it
you're
for a
hedging.
while.
You
Yeah.
are hedging a
You're
little.
hedging your
You're
bet a
hedging.
little.
We need you to have a.
I wouldn't want Kevin Garnett mad at me
KG is
either.
nice.
It's
What are we
okay.
talking about?
He is nice. He's one of the greatest players of all time.
He's the greatest player. Retire his jersey, A-Rod.
Oh, that's
Well, they
gonna
should
happen.
definitely do
That's
that.
gonna
Now
happen.
we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Now that the
Right,
ownership
for sure.
changes
Let's
happen,
move on.
that'll happen.
The Clippers lost to the Mavs on Saturday,
Ooh.
despite a combined 59 points from Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. The team finished the month of November with a 2-13 record, second worst in the NBA. Here's what the Stars had to say, starting with Kawhi back on Wednesday.
Just got to get the right lineups on the court, I guess. Get some more talent, play with better talent, and see what happens.
You say get more talent. Is that like internally, externally?
I'm saying like playing better.
It's a challenge of trying to integrate those different guys into how y'all want to play offensively right now.
Challenging. In what ways?
Everywhere.
He didn't say a lot, but the eyes sure said something.
Oh, the body language completely. All right, so 2 wins.
That's not even his best eye roll ever.
No, clearly
it's
not.
elite.
Yeah.
That was good, though.
Still good.
All right, 2 wins in the month here, Ramon. Only the Wizards were worse. So, buying or selling, it's time to rebuild here for the Clippers.
Look, I'm going to sell it, guys.
Oh.
Because why?
How?
You're going to who on their team is going to fetch a first-round pick? Who,
I think
Zubac.
there's several.
That's about it.
No, I think
Zubac.
Kawhi can get you a first.
Now?
That's gonna change everything.
Look,
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
They've done a good job drafting. I don't think that's the problem.
yeah, they just don't have a lot of draft assets. I mean, look,
But they gotta get
Look
some.
at their trade assets. In 2027, they get basically Oklahoma City's pick. They get the least favorable of their pick, Denver's pick, and that's going to be the Thunder's pick.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have their first-round pick this year. It goes to OKC or Washington. They don't have it in 28. They have another one at 29. So you could try to trade for somebody, but this is really the last run with these 2 guys, and you traded everything
down?
to go get them.
Time to
So I
trade
think.
down?
I don't know, and I don't think you want to trade Zubac. He's the one guy you can build around for the future.
Talking about the 2
Here's
stars.
the thing. Sam Presti absolutely thinks the Clippers should blow it up because they're going to deliver a lottery pick this year, and he wants that to be as high as possible. They're going to deliver potentially another lottery pick next year. He'd like that to be as high as possible. The league is in a panic about the Thunder owning the Clippers picks these next couple of years. This year outright, next year via swap.
Change the name. It's just a doom. It's been.
I said that a long time ago. When they did the logo reboot or whatever they did, I would have changed the name too.
I also think the scandal from the beginning of the year is hanging over this.
You think?
And I think it's unfortunate that it's carried over into basketball because they made their priorities fairly clear this summer when they traded Norman Powell because they didn't want to give him an extension. They're saving cap space for this summer. That's good cap management. They've been disciplined in how they've tried to reconfigure this thing. Giving Kawhi, James Harden, everything they can. This was the 4 seed last year, and it's not that materially different. They gave Denver a great series.
There's one thing in particular that's different, okay? I'm going to tell you right now what it is. I'm going to look right into this camera.
Okay.
They were old last year, and they're older this year. And they tripled down on being older, and that's why they're in the position they're in.
I think their defense just stinks right now.
But because they're
they
old.
were in games last year,
right?
even without Kawhi. They were elite defensively. This year, you should see Jeff Van Gundy. He doesn't have much hair left.
They're old.
It's got less now.
It's time to move on. I would trade everyone, but what the hell do I know? All right, in case you missed it, Iowa center Audie Crooks put up a career-high 47 points in a win over Indiana on Sunday.
She made everything.
She currently leads the nation in scoring and broke her own school record for the dominant night in the paint. The Cyclones are 9-0 this season.
That was a good team they played against, too.
Some great post passes, too.
She was great in the playoffs in the tournament last year, too.
The WNBA still does not have a CBA deal for the upcoming season. NBA Sunday night, the WNBA and WNBA PA agreed to an extension on the current CBA through Friday, January 9th, 2026, as they look to continue negotiations towards a new deal. The agreement includes the option for either party to terminate the extension with 48 hours notice. With more on the WNBA CBA negotiations, we have some new developments, and we welcome in our WNBA reporter, Alexa Philippou. Alexa, what more can you tell us about where things stand at the moment?
Yeah, George, well, there was a lot of meeting, a lot of back and forth over the last few weeks in hopes of trying to get some movement as yesterday's extension neared. And I can report that, we saw a report a few weeks ago on the league's proposals to the players. I actually have some updated numbers I'd like to share you all of where the league's latest proposal stands. Right now, they are offering a deal with a salary for players at the maximum with a $1 million guaranteed base, projected revenue sharing, pushing those total earnings for maximum players to more than $1.2 million. Sources have told me just now. The average salary projection under this deal, the average salary across the board is projected to exceed $500,000. The minimum salary would be projected to exceed $225,000, sources tell me. And the salary cap would actually increase to $5 million a year, and sources say would be directly tied to revenue growth each year of the CBA. Right now, for a little bit of a frame of reference, the salary cap for 2025 is around $1.5 million. So these are different numbers, updated numbers than we saw from about November 18th when that last deal came out. We don't quite know right now what the players do think of this, obviously. It was not enough to get to an agreement yesterday for a new CBA. So it will be very interesting to see. We know that revenue share and salary cap, a salary cap that was actually tied directly to revenue growth in the league was very important to them. It's right now, again, unknown what they think of this proposal. But the reason why both sides do want to have the 6-week kind of runway to try to come to agreement is that they really see this as an opportunity to have an urgency to actually get the deal done sooner than that. That was kind of an expectation in agreeing to this, and we'll see how much closer they can come as we get to the next 40 days or so.
All right, let's welcome back in Ramona here. And Ramona, we have the breaking news there from Alexa. What do you make of all this?
Well, first of all, the maximum salary right now in the WNBA, the rookie supermax, so when you get an extension there, is $249. So you're telling me the minimum salary is basically what today's maximum salary is. That's a pretty significant increase. And I think the big thing that I noted out of Alexa's report right there is that there is a provision for revenue sharing. I think that is number one on the players list, that they want to be part of the growth of the league. You see expansion fees going, the Connecticut Sun could have gotten $300 million if that sale would have been allowed to go through. When you see fees like that and you're the players, you say, okay, your valuations are exploding. Why are we not getting some of that revenue? And that is the major sticking point here. So if there is a pathway to real revenue sharing with a formula the players find palatable, I think that's how this gets done. The question, I think, is really the timeline here. I think we get this done because both sides want it to get done and they understand the disruption to the business would be difficult. But there's no games until the end of April. So if you want to talk about what's the next steps here, the only pressure on either side is really theoretically missing games. Yeah, they got to do an expansion draft for Portland and Toronto. They should do a free agency in January. But those can happen anytime. And so I think they want to get it done, but they don't have to really get it done with a real time pressure anytime soon.
It'll be fascinating to see how it all works itself out. Alexa, great work there. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, shifting from the WNBA to the NBA, where the Celtics and Cavs played a nail-biter in Cleveland. Let's get to the highlights here. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs hosting the Celtics. Starting the fourth quarter, 50 seconds left. Celtics up by 6. Darius Garland finds Mitchell, knocks down the 3. Cavs down 3. Celtics on the other end. 30 seconds to go. Peyton Pritchard on the drive. Pull-up jumper.
Whole lot of that.
Pritchard.
Whole lot of that.
Pritchard with the season high 42. Mitchell now pulls up for the logo. He hits that one. 2-point game. 6 seconds remaining. Celtics on 4. Garland gets the pass. Crosses over. Puts up a 3. Makes it. Cavaliers make it a 1-point game. Celtics extended the lead by a free throw by 2. Mitchell finds Mobley, who gets the fadeaway. No good there. Mobley unable to knock it down. Celtics get the win, 117 to 115. After a 12-7 start to the season, Cleveland's title odds have gotten significantly longer. But for Donovan Mitchell and his legacy, a title is the only thing on his mind. Here's our buddy Mark Spears and Anscape with the latest edition of Time with Donovan Mitchell. What are your biggest takeaways from that conversation?
You know, he had an interesting quote the other day in a practice facility where he said, "I don't get the credit I deserve." And in a lot of ways, I agree with him. And a lot of ways, I think maybe he's losing sight on his popularity as well. I mean, his jersey's not a top 15 seller, which is surprising considering all his all-star appearances. And I've heard him say maybe it's because of the 45 number, which is an ode to his dad, which is confusing because, you know, Cleveland's winning. He's a great player. He's a great scorer. He's actually one of 4 players in the league averaging 29, 5, and 5. But Donovan's also told me it's about winning. And he's been sensational. But the Cavs haven't been sensational, and they've had some injury problems. Strus, Garland in and out. I think that's the biggest worry that they have. But ultimately, Donovan knows if he wants to be in the room of the elite, he's got to win something. And whether it's been in Utah or Cleveland, they've come up short. But he still feels strongly like this is a team that can win it all.
Yep, well, they certainly have the pieces for sure. Mark, thanks so much, as always. Appreciate it. The annual NBA on Christmas Day tradition continues on ABC, ESPN, and the ESPN app. Cavs-Knicks start today at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, with a special real-time animated version of the game on ESPN2 and Disney+. Then it's Spurs-Thunder, Mavs-Warriors, Rockets-Lakers, and T-Wolves and Nuggets cap off the night. It's now time for Shoot Your Shot, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. These 3 player props are all available on DraftKings. Jalen Johnson, these are some of the ones I'm hot on right now. Jalen Johnson on the road in Detroit, over 22.5 points. Norm Powell against the Clippers, a little revenge game for Norm. He already had one, over 21.5 points. And then Luka the Don, him and the Suns, him and Devin Booker, there's plenty of a rivalry.